and 7 overall, 3-2 in the Dun St. Croix after their 68-62 win over Glenwood City. Parker Olmsted, the leading scorer for the Panthers with 18 points a game. Dane Bates, the leading rebounder with 8 rebounds a game. Aiden Fisher is the leading scorer for Spring Valley, averaging about 24 points a game. And Russell Pulaski is the leading rebounder with 10 rebounds a game. We'll talk with Durand-Arkansaw head coach Justin Radetsky about the win over Spring Valley in tonight's game against Colfax. Coming up next on the Advent Health Panther Preview, we'll tell you who won and who's playing where on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. That's coming up next on the Advent Health Panther Preview. Brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. It's Durand-Arkansaw boys basketball on WRDN.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. Yes. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. As we get ready for tonight's Durand-Arkansaw and Colfax boys basketball game, let's run down scores from last night's on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Durand Fresh Market's your hometown grocery store. Boys basketball from last night. Elk Mound needed overtime to defeat St. Croix Central 70-67. It was Lake City defeating Zambroda Mazeppa 58-46. Meanwhile, Ellsworth over Grantsburg 69-51. Wabasha Kellogg, they win over Rochester STEM 74-59. And Red Wing defeats Albert Lee 108-103. Girls basketball from last night in a game heard here on WRDN. Elk Mound jumped out to a big lead. The Panthers had a furious rally in the second half, but not enough, as Elk Mound remains undefeated in the Dun St. Croix Conference, defeating Durand-Arkansaw by a score of 49-41. Colfax, they defeat Boyceville 65-34. It was Spring Valley defeating Glenwood City 56-46. Mondovi, they defeat Elmwood Plum City 65-27. West Salem, they win over Menominee 68-38. High school basketball tonight on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. In the Dun St. Croix, along with the Durand-Arkansaw Colfax game, Plum City Elmwood is at Glenwood City. Boyceville travels to Spring Valley. Mondovi is hosting Elk Mound. Middle Border Conference boys hoops tonight, Altoona at Osceola. Girls basketball tonight in the Dairyland Conference, Cochrane Fountain City at Blair Taylor. Osseo Fairchild travels to Eau Claire Emmanuel Lutheran. Oliva Strum hosting Elma Pepin. Augusta is at Elma Center Lincoln. And in the Middle Border Conference, Somerset at Amory tonight. Ellsworth hosting St. Croix Central. Prescott is at Osceola. That's what's happening around the area tonight in high school sports. Coming up on the Advent Health Panther Preview, we're going to talk with Durand-Arkansaw head coach Justin Radetsky about the win over Spring Valley and tonight's game against Colfax. That's coming up next on the Advent Health Panther Preview. Brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. It's Durand-Arkansaw boys basketball on WRDN.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. Yes. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com as we get ready for tonight's Durand-Arkansaw Colfax boys basketball game. Joining us right now, Durand-Arkansaw head coach Justin Radetsky. And Coach had a little bit of extended break, didn't have a game against Boyceville on Tuesday, so let's go back to the Spring Valley game. a pretty close game, pretty exciting game from what I understand. I was at the Dairy Strong Conference and missed it, but tell us about that game.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought defensive battle, and we were lucky to come out on top. They had the ball with about a minute left to end the game, and we held on defensively and got them for a travel with like 0.9 seconds left. So real proud of the guys. I think there was a couple timeouts in that stretch, too. They were trying to draw some stuff up, and they really locked in defensively to close that one out.
And Spring Valley, I mean, that team's a pretty tough team this year.
Yeah, they're always tough because their coach, does a great job just getting them ready defensively, and they run their stuff. They don't turn it over. We actually, I thought, got them a little rattled in our full court pressure, which helped us kind of not let them get into a good flow on offense. And then their defense is so well that it took us a while to get good looks, and we really had to work for the stuff we got. But I thought, the guys just played hard, and we were lucky enough to come out on top.
I have to ask this, how hard is it to teach patience? Because after a while of passing it around, of course, then the opposing crowd starts to clap, and you start to get a little frustrated of just playing catch here, let's get something done. How hard is it to teach patience for the boys?
It can be. When you got some guys that can fill it up from outside and get things going and get hot, if it's not falling, then you got to say, okay, we got to be a little more patient and get better looks and get some paint touches. So it can be at times. I coach sixth grade boys too, and if you want to see the lack of patience, you can come down there once in a while. But it's, it is something that, hey, let's get good looks, let's get paint touches before we just jack stuff up from outside, and it can be at times, but as they learn that's more winning basketball down the stretch if you have more patience that way. And they get that. I think they get that. They just, when they have a hot hand once in a while, sometimes that's feeling good, and they're going to throw a couple more up there. But sometimes it's like let's earn that right to throw it up by making a few and getting some paint touches and kickouts and good looks.
Now the next question is what about the coach's patience?
Yeah, it does get to you sometimes when we're not getting those good looks. And even if we are throwing something up early, is it a good shot? Are we getting that really good look? And then I'm okay with it. Is it your shot that you've been shooting in practice and shooting it at a good percentage? That's one thing. If we're just throwing stuff up to get a shot up, that's a different story.
Talking with Durand-Arkansaw head coach Justin Radetzky. Well, tonight taking on Colfax. I think they're 4-7 overall, but what does the film show you with this Colfax team?
They work hard. They really work hard defensively, and their offensive movement, there's a lot of purposeful cutting and quick, hard cuts. They don't really slough around when they're out there. They mean business, and you got to be ready for them. We've seen it throughout their contests on people they've beaten or played tough. I think they only lost to Elk Mound by like 6 the first time they played them there. I mean, there's some good games in there that they've really battled some teams. So I think it's kind of hot or cold on how some of their shooting goes on certain nights, but they definitely lock in and are playing great defensively, and then there's a lot of good movement on the offensive end. What
do they like to do defensively?
Seen a lot of just man-to-man, and then good 4-out-1 motion on offense. Nick Height, their coach, is a Elk Mountain guy from back in the days of the 1-3-1, so I'm sure they got that in their bag too. I've seen it a little bit from them, but it's been more man-to-man than anything else.
And offensively, are they one of these where they like to do the high-low and just kind of work it around, or what do they like to primarily run?
It's a lot of 41 with some ball screening action in there as well. They run a little bit of like our trailer action with the high-low with one of their bigs, but otherwise, when they break it down, it's a lot more 41 action. But like I said, there's a lot of good hard cuts, hard screens. They get curls coming around and get open. They get their good ball handlers coming off that ball screen onto the action too. So they do some good things.
Worried about a little bit of rust because you haven't played since last Thursday.
That's true. Not too worried about it. We've had some good weeks of practice. Took the guys up and watched Ethan Hurlbert play for Stout at the new Sontig Center in Eau Claire on Wednesday, and the guys enjoyed that. And I'm hoping some of that, watching those college guys run up and down the court and how hard they play, kind of rubs off on our guys, and they get excited here tonight.
Going to be a fun one. We'll talk to you after the game.
All right, thanks.
Durand-Arkansaw coach Justin Radetzky on the way. Starting lineups and tip-off. It's Durand-Arkansaw and Colfax and Dunn St. Croix Conference basketball coming up next on Real Country 1430 AM stereo WRDN, Durand, Mondovi, Wabasha, and 107.3 FM translator W297CH Durand.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
The Durand Improvement Group is committed to improving Durand's quality of life through involvement in our community. From Fun Fest to music in the park, Durand Dazzle Holiday, and more, the Durand Improvement Group's mission is to strengthen area businesses and improve our community welfare. DIG is open to all members of the community, not just businesses. You can help. Visit DurandImprovementGroup.org and become an individual member of the Durand Improvement Group today. This message is a public service of Real Country 1430 WRDN.
Your computer is a radio. Log on to realcountry1430.com to listen online. Brought to you by Prime Realty of Durand.
Welcome back to Durand-Arkansaw High School, where we are just moments away from tonight's Durand-Arkansaw Colfax boys basketball game. A special welcome to the men and women in the military listening to our broadcast on our streaming audio service at realcountry1430.com. We would like to say thank you for your service, and we hope tonight's broadcast brings you a taste of home wherever you may be serving. Streaming audio being brought to you by Prime Realty of Durand, the area's #1 home seller. Visit their website at primerealtymidwest.com. And also Adams Super Service, your Partners Network Car Care Center in Durand. Also, welcome to those of you watching our broadcast on our streaming video service at our website. And streaming video being brought to you by the Wisconsin Soybean Marketing Board. Those of you watching on the Durand-Arkansaw School District YouTube channel, welcome to you as well, and also NTech Channel 99. Please thank the Durand-Arkansaw School District for providing that service, allowing us to have tonight's game on NTech Channel 99. We're now going to have our national anthem as we go courtside.
As the Durand-Arkansaw Panther Pep Band proudly performs our national anthem.
Durand Band with tonight's national anthem. Throughout the evening, we'll be thanking our high school sports sponsors. Please thank these businesses and organizations. They bring our broadcast to you tonight. Jerry Bear & Sons with custom-made feed for livestock from Hubbard Feeds, located by Annabeth Silo, Highway 25, Durand. Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner. The Chenfit Smith Funeral Home, serving the Mondovi area. Find out about pre-planning funeral services by visiting chenfit-smithfuneralhome.com. For the Colfax Vikings tonight, 5-7 overall, 3-2 in the Dun-St. Croix. Coming out, number 2, senior Theodore Hovde. Number 4, senior Aiden Fisher. Number 10, Orion Nichols, the junior. Number 12, junior Charlie Charbonneau. And number 30, freshman Russell Polkowski. The Vikings in their red uniforms with the white numerals. And for the Durand Panthers, they are 4-1 in the Dunn St. Croix, 8-4 overall. Coming out number 3, senior Parker Olmstead. Number 12, sophomore Luke Weber. Number 15, senior Connor Wittig. Number 24, junior Max Anderson. And number 25, senior Dane Bates. The Panthers are in their white uniforms. So with the purple numerals, the Panthers will be going from right to left. Colfax from left to right here in this first half. All right, it's going to be a fun one tonight between the Panthers and the Vikings. Sit back and relax for tonight's game. Thank you to Bauer Built Tire and Service. Let Bauer Built take care of your automotive needs. Give them a call for an appointment, 672-8300, or visit them online at BauerBuilt.com. And the Cottage, from floral arrangements to gifts for mom for Valentine's Day. It's the Cottage, downtown Durand. All right, here we go. We're ready to set her off, and it's going to be tipped and controlled by the Vikings, and we are underway. So the Vikings will come across the timeline now. Over to Polkowski on the right wing, inside pass, driving inside of the lane is Fish. He has to, it gets knocked out of bounds, or it was going to the corner. They're going to say it was thrown out of bounds. All right. So it'll be Panther ball. As coming across the timeline now will be Parker Olmstead, and he'll get it over to Weber. Weber now to Anderson, who's at the top of the key. Inside to Bates. Bates puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Polkowski. Hovde now across the timeline for the Vikings. Still no score. On the right wing is Nichols. Now into the corner to Charbonneau. He'll try to drive in baseline. Pass is stolen. Intercepted by Anderson. Anderson back to Weber. Weber dishes it inside, up and in. And that is Wittig with the first points of the night for the Panthers. Full court Panther press now. Here comes the trap. Hovde still not across the timeline. Now he will get across the timeline. Over to Fisher on the wing. Now into the right corner to Charbonneau. Charbonneau now back out to Fisher. Round the horn we go, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Olmstead. Stay Colfax ball in the left corner. And inbounding it will be Nichols. 2-0 Panthers lead. Nichols now inbounds it to Hovde. Hovde now has to come back out towards the center. Now over to Polkowski. Polkowski back to Hovde. Hovde now a 3-ball on the way from the wing. Oh, the old alley-oop. Not a 3-ball, but the alley-oop to Polkowski with the slam-a-jam. Wow. Tied at 2. That could be kind of fun. We might be seeing a little bit more of that, huh? Olmstead now back the other way from the free throw line. Puts up the jump shot. No good. Rebounded by Anderson. And whistle jump. It'll be Panther ball. And so inbounding it now will be Weber to our left, tied at 2. Weber looking, and out to Anderson at the top of the key. Anderson now looking for a cutter. Nope. Over to Weber on the left, right wing. 15-foot jump shot, rims out. No good. Tip. Coming up with it is Colfax. Fisher back to Hovde. Hovde now back the other way. That's top of the key now. Onto the right wing to Nichols. Nichols gets it in the corner. Back out onto the wing. Uh-oh, loose ball. And over and back. Panther ball. So Anderson to inbound it right in front of us. He'll inbound it to Olmstead. Olmstead now will come across the timeline for the Panthers. Over to Wittig. Wittig now to Olmstead. Olmstead into the corner to Weber. Weber now into the lane. And Anderson loses the ball, knocked out of his hands. Nichols comes up with it. Over to Hovde now. Still tied at 2. 15:40 remaining in the half. Hovde across the timeline now. Trying to get around Wittig. Has to use the screen to do it. Now on to the wing. And driving inside is Charbonneau. Charbonneau dishes it back out top of the key. 3-ball on the way. Rim shot. No good. Rebounded by Bates. Bates bombed to Olmstead. To Wittig into the lane. Puts up the shot up and in. 4-2 Panthers. Inbounded now to Hovde. Hovde over to Nichols. Bounce pass back to Hovde across the timeline. Whistle. Double dribble. Panther ball. Anderson to inbound it right in front of the scorer's table here, and he'll inbound it to Olmstead. 4-2 Panthers lead. 15 minutes remaining here in the half. Inside pass to Olmsted from Weber from the wing on the left side. And Olmsted got behind everybody up and in. Full court Panther press now to Nichols. Nichols now to Charbonneau. He'll get across the timeline on the far side. Keeps it himself. Kicks it to the corner. 3-ball on the way. Shot off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Wittig. Wittig to Olmsted. Bomb to Weber. Weber left wing. Head fakes. Can't drive inside though. Over to Bates now on the left wing. He'll come to the top of the key now to Olmsted. Olmsted top of the key. 3-ball on the way. Shot off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Anderson. Anderson has the ball stolen from him by Fisher. Over to Hovde now. Hovde across the timeline for the Vikings. Panthers lead 6-2. Bounce pass now over to Charbonneau. Charbonneau right wing. Has to get it into the corner. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. And rebounded by Bates. Back to Olmsted. Olmsted across the timeline for the Panthers. Olmsted now to Weber. Weber left wing now to Bates. Ball's tipped away, but Weber gets it back. He'll work off a screen from Bates. Over to the wing now. Inside to Bates from Olmsted. And up and in for Dane Bates. Nice pass inside from Olmsted to Bates. Nichols now across the timeline. 8-2 Panthers. Into the lane is Charbonneau. Charbonneau, though, gets cut off. Kicks it back out to the top of the key to Nichols. Nichols tries to drive inside. Theft by Weber. Weber back the other way. One-on-one. Lays it up and in. Timeouts. Timeout Colfax. 13:29 remaining. 10-2 Panthers. And thank you to the JKO Auto Body Shop with car restoration and collision repair. It's the JKO Auto Body Shop, Madison Street, Durand. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store, Durand Fresh Market. Download the app for even more savings. Visit freshmarkets.com for more information. Also, Numbers Are Us, your daily money managers, 3rd Avenue West, Durand. Give Rhonda a call at 672-8093. Learn how a daily money manager can help you save your family fees, plus protect you from fraud. Also, Durand Smokehouse with a hog sale going on right now at Durand Smokehouse, Highway 85, Durand. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, and tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts. We're back underway. Inbounded now to Nichols. Full court Panther press. Nichols now to Hovde. Hovde still not across the timeline. Now he's across the timeline. Over to Polkowski. Polkowski back to Hovde at the top of the key now. Over to Fisher on the left wing to Hovde back at center. Hovde now. Bounce pass to Charbonneau. Charbonneau right wing. Looking for some help. Can't find any. Tries to get it inside. They get it back over to the corner to Nichols. Nichols back to Fisher on the right wing. Nichols, he'll drive inside. Oh, he's got Bates in his way, but made Bates commit. And then Bates jumped up. Fisher basically just went right under him. 10-4 Panthers. And across the timeline now to Breidung, who's in, to Bates. Bates, top of the key now. Over to Sabelko, who's now in. Inside pass to Bates, driving down the lane, up and in. 12-4 Panthers now. Inbounded to Hovde. Hovde hands it off to Nichols. Back to Hovde on the far side. He gets across the timeline. Now Colfax sets up the offense. Into the left corner to Charbonneau. Charbonneau now bounce pass inside to Nichols. Kicks it back out to the top of the key. 3-ball from Polkowski. 12-7 Panthers. Across the timeline now comes Olmsted. Olmsted to Bates. Bates top of the key. Bates now looking for a cutter now. He'll get it over to Breidung. Right wing. 3-ball by Breidung rather. And there you go. 15-7 Panthers. Full court Panther press now. Over to Nichols. Nichols back to Hovde. Hovde across the timeline on the far side. Here comes the trap. Whistle and a foul. Foul will be on number 2, Sabelko. 11:50 remaining here in the first half. Now Logan Schwartz coming in for Colfax. Inbounded now to Hovde. Hovde now to Fisher on the left wing. To Polkowski, top of the key. Inside pass in the lane to Nichols. Nichols turnaround shot, no good. And coming up with it is Schwartz. Schwartz kicks it back outside. Nichols drives in. Now we get a loose ball. Fight for it. And jump ball. It'll stay Viking ball. There's a lot of big boys in there right now. There's going to be a lot of battles in the paint here, I think. All right, here comes Nichols. Looking. Bounce pass into the corner to Hovde. Hovde now back inside to Nichols. Nichols Has the ball knocked out of his hands. And so it'll stay Colfax ball. Nichols to inbound it now. Looking, still looking, and all the way out to Hovde back towards center. Into the corner now. Bounce pass inside to Schwartz on the left baseline. Goes up, puts up a nice shot. Got around Bates, up and in. Inbounded now to Olmsted. Olmsted across the timeline for the Panthers. 15-9 Panthers. Bates now. Inside pass to Sabelko. Tries to drive inside. Has the ball knocked down. Tried to pass it back out. Schwartz passes it back out. Over to Hovde now. Hovde back the other way. Hovde now over to Fisher. Fisher turnaround jumper. No good. Rebounded by Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck over to Olmsted. Olmsted across the timeline for the Panthers. Now to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck on the right wing. Weisenbeck squares up. 3-ball on the way. Shot rims out. No good. Rebounded by Fisher. Fisher to Hovde. 15-9 Panthers. 10 minutes remaining in the half. And inside Polkowski. Blocked by Bates. Bates to Brydon. Brydon kicks it into the corner now. Over to Sabelko. Sabelko in the left corner comes out to the left wing. Does a spin move. Inside to Brydon. Brydon puts up a shot. Blocked by Polkowski. Wow. To Hovde. Hovde now will come back the other way for Colfax. 15-9 Panthers. Inside pass to Fisher driving into the lane. Kicks it back out to the right corner. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Olmsted. Olmsted to Brydon on the break. Brydon waits, stops, shot, shooter's roll. Good. 17-9 now. Panthers. Inbounded to Nichols. Nichols back to Hovde. Hovde on the far side. Here comes the trap. He gets around it and escapes the trap. And now comes back towards center. Hovde now. Bounce pass to Fisher. Fisher 3-ball shot. No good. Rebounded by Hovde on the right wing. And he dishes it back inside to Schwartz. Schwartz stop. No shot. No shot. Foul's going to be on, I guess, Bates. All right, so inbounding it now for Colfax will be Nichols. Nichols inbounds it to Hovde. Hovde back to Nichols. Outside now to Fisher. Fisher 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Brydon. Brydon back the other way. Weber's back in for the Panthers, by the way. Brydon now over to Wittick. Wittick back to Brydon. Driving inside. Puts up the shot up and in. Whoa, the old high-low. There you go. As inbounded to Hovde now. 19-9 Panthers. 9:10 remaining. And over to Hovde now. Hovde across the timeline. Hovde now comes down to the left wing. Has to retreat back, though, towards center. Looks like Panthers in a 3-2 zone. Around the horn we go over to Fisher. Fisher 3-ball shot. No good. Polkowski misses on the jam, slam-a-jam, but Schwartz is there to get the putback. I think Coach was like, Coach Radetzky was like, isn't that goaltending? But apparently not. Okay, over to Weisenbeck now. Weisenbeck now back to Wittick. Wittick to Weber. Weber works off the screen from Anderson. Weber top of the key now to Wittick. Wittick head fakes, drives inside, puts up the tough shot. No good. Rebounded by Colfax. That's Nichols with the rebound. Bomb back the other way. And that is Fisher. Fisher up and in. 19-13 Panthers. 8:15 remaining in the half. Across the timeline comes Weber. Weber now over to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck left wing. Weisenbeck tries to drive inside. Now he stops, kicks out to Brydon. Right wing, 3-ball on the way. Shot rims out, no good. Rebounded by Schwartz. Schwartz now to Hovde. Hovde across the timeline now into the corner. That is Fisher on the left wing now. Inside pass to Nichols. Nichols in the lane. He's going to put it on the ground. Now he puts up a shot. No good. Rebounded by Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck to Weber. Weber across the timeline now. Comes over to the left wing. Kicks it back out to Weisenbeck on the left wing. Weisenbeck whistle foul. Yeah, he was about to get mugged by Nichols. And so Weisenbeck to inbound it to our left. Again, 19-13 Panthers lead. 7:37 remaining in the first half.
All right, here we go. Weisenbeck to inbound it now. Weisenbeck looking, and over to Breidung. Breidung on the left wing. 3-ball put up. Shot no good. Rebounded by Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck, though, gets cut off. Has to drive into the lane, loses the ball. And trying to save it was Breidung, but Colfax comes up with it back the other way to Fisher. Fisher, 15-footer on the left side. No good. Rebounded by Anderson. Anderson to Weber. Weber across the timeline for the Panthers. Again, 19-13 Panthers lead. And Weber drives inside, puts up the shot high off the glass, up and in. Oh, nice job by Luke Weber, 21-13 Panthers. And full court Panther press, ball nearly stolen. But back to Hovde now. Hovde will get across the timeline. And down to the right corner, driving inside. Pass is going to be tipped, but coming up with the loose ball is Fisher on the left wing. Fisher now retreats back out towards center. Fisher gets around one defender, bounce pass it inside to Schwartz, up and in. And inbounded now to Weber. Weber across the timeline for the Panthers, 21-15 Panthers. Weber top of the key, 3-ball on the way, shot no good. And it's going to be rebounded by Colfax. Coming up with that ball is Fisher. Fisher to Hovde. Hovde across the timeline. Hovde now. Down to the wing, over to Larson, who is in. Larson on the right wing. Comes to the top of the key. Bounce pass inside to Polkowski. Shot off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck to Weber. Weber back the other way quickly for the Panthers. Into the lane. Oh, he gets, they call a travel. Coach Radetzky's like, how could that be a travel? He stopped and then got ran over, and you're calling that a travel? Wasn't that a foul? All right, so inbounding it now to our left will be Larson. As Larson now will inbound it to Hovde. Hovde back to Larson. Larson pass intercepted by Weber. Weber across the timeline. Weber now over to Anderson. Anderson left wing, 3-ball, way shot no good, but rebounded by Wittig. Wittig hands it off to Olmstead, who's back in. Olmstead nearly loses the ball. They get it out to Wittig again. Wittig has to retreat back out now to Anderson. Anderson left wing. Anderson now to Weber. 5:36 remaining, 21-15 Panthers. Anderson now head fakes the 3, tries to drive inside, puts up the shot, blocked. Blocked by Polkowski, right back to Schwartz. Back the other way comes Colfax now. Polkowski, 3-ball on the way, is good. By the way, he's a freshman. 21-18 Panthers. And across the timeline now. Over to Weber. Weber looking for a cutter, no one there. Now to Olmstead. Olmstead to Wittig. Wittig head fakes the 3. And now to Bates, top of the key, over to Weber. Weber comes from the wing to the top of the key now. Back to Bates. Bates over to Olmstead. Olmstead has to retreat back out over to Anderson now. Anderson comes back out to the top of the key. Off to Weber. Weber tries to drive inside. Can't do it. Over to Olmstead now on the left wing. He'll try to drive inside from the free throw line. Shot put up, no good. Bates with the rebound, tough rebound. Puts up a tough shot. Whistle and a foul. Foul's going to be on number 30. That's going to be on Polkowski. Going to the line for 2 is Bates. Thank you to Provisions Health, 3rd Avenue West and healthcare your way. Find out more at provisions.health. 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telecom, building smart fiber optic communities from the ground up. Find out more, visit wwt.coop. First free throw, no good. And the Riverside Grill. Visit the Riverside Grill for daily specials, like the Friday fish fry. That's Sunday roasted chicken. That's the Riverside Grill, downtown Durand. And free throw on the way is good by Bates. Timeout. Timeout Durand-Arkansaw, 22-18. Panthers lead, 4:37 remaining here in the half. Thank you to O'Galley Cheese Factory, featuring homemade pizza. Visit O'Galley Cheese Factory, Highway 25 Durand. Martin Transport. Visit martin.com for the latest job opportunities. It's better in blue at Martin Transport. The Cell Block, featuring a soup and salad bar daily, and also other daily specials as well. It's the Cell Block, downtown Durand, and the Durand Improvement Group. Many hands make light work. Volunteer to help with community events. Visit DurandImprovementGroup.org. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts here on WRDN. Without the support of these businesses and organizations, it's pretty simple. We wouldn't be here tonight. On the radio, it would just be and that's really boring. So please thank our sponsors for supporting our broadcasts. All right, as Colfax now to inbound it. Nichols to our left. 22-18 Panthers. 4:37 remaining here in the first half. Full court Panther press, and inbounded to Fisher. Fisher back to Hovde, and quickly back the other way now. And they get it inside to Schwartz, puts up the shot, overlays it, no good, but he'll be going to the line for 2, foul on Bates. Thank you to the Paul Slusher Insurance Agency, your American Family Insurance agent, serving the Durand and Chippewa Falls area. American Family Insurance. Insurance that fits your needs. First free throw rims out. Ryan Sports Shop. Ice fishing is here. And you bet. Great ice out there, too. Visit Ryan Sports Shop for all of your ice fishing needs. And free throw on the way is good. So it now makes it 22-19. Panthers still lead. Inbounded to Olmsted. And Olmsted across the timeline for the Panthers. Over to Wittick. Wittick now to Anderson at the free throw line. Anderson to Olmsted. Squares up. Long three ball on the way. Shot no good. Tip. Polkowski comes up with it. Back to Hovde. And Hovde across the timeline now for Colfax. Over to Fisher. Fisher drives in from the right wing. Whistle a foul on Olmsted. Oh, no, they're going to call that on Anderson. Yep, that'll be on Anderson. So going to the line for 2 is Fisher. Thank you to Riverside Plaza. Riverside Plaza, your Napa Car Care Center, now open for all of your car care needs. Riverside Plaza located right at Durand Napa, Madison Street, Durand. First free throw is no good. Second free throw on the way is good. To make it 22-20 now, Panthers. And cross timeline now comes Olmsted. Olmsted over to Bryden. Bryden now back to Anderson at the free throw line. To Olmsted on the right wing. He comes over to the top of the key now. Over to Bryden. Bryden, right wing, squares up. 3 ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Anderson. Anderson to Weber. Weber to Olmsted. Olmsted, top of the key. 3 ball. Shot off the back of the rim. No good. Loose ball coming up with it. Oh, it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Oh, it's going to be off of number 2. Hovde, they're going to say, and it'll stay Panther ball. 3:34 remaining. Stay tuned for our Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency and Security Financial Bank halftime show coming up. And inbounded to Anderson now. Anderson to Olmsted. Olmsted inside pass to Bryden. Bryden traveled. Back to Colfax we go, and Nichols now with it. Nichols back to Hovde, to Nichols. Nichols on the far side, gets across the timeline to Hovde. Hovde nearly lost it, but he regains control, and he'll keep it himself now. Pass is tipped. They get it back out to the top of the key now. That is the Fisher driving inside, into the lane, puts up the shot, partially blocked. Schwartz puts up the rebound, counted, and the foul. Foul's going to be on Anderson. Going to the line to complete the three-point play is Schwartz. Thank you to Annabeth Seiler, your Husqvarna and Toro Lawn and Garden Equipment dealer, Highway 25 Durand. Don't forget, they also do small engine repair as well at Annabeth Seiler. And free throw is good, and Colfax leads for the first time tonight. 25-22. And over to Weber. Weber nearly lost it now. And it is a loose ball. And Weber stepped on the line. And so it'll go back to Colfax. So inbounding it right in front of us is Nichols. Nichols inbounds it to Fisher. Fisher back to Hovde. Hovde now across the timeline. 3-point Viking lead. And getting into the lane now is Nichols. Nichols puts up the tough shot. High off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Anderson. Anderson to Weber. Weber to Bryden. He can't hang on to it, but gets it back out to Olmsted. Now we get a long three from Weber. Holy cow. to tie her up. Back quickly, though, the other way comes Colfax. And then as Fisher does a spin move and loses, whistling a foul. Oh boy, third foul on Anderson. And Weisenbeck getting ready to come in. So inbounding it now will be Nichols. Nichols inbounds it to Polkowski, counted in the foul. And the foul is on Brydung. So going to the line to complete the three-point play, it's going to be Polkowski. Thank you to Bauer Plumbing and Septic Service Durand, offering plumbing and septic services for new construction or repair. Call Chris at 672-8224. Free throw was good. Back to a three-point Colfax lead. And Olmsted across the timeline now over to Weber. Weber from the free throw line puts up a shot, whistling a foul. Foul will be on number 4. That's on Colfax. That's Hovde. Going to the line for 2 is Weber now. Thank you to Amplify Health by Gunderson Mondovi Clinic, part of Gunderson Tri-County Hospitals and Clinics. Also the Goodrich Funeral Home, serving the Durand area for 5 generations and featuring monuments from Lifetime Memorials. Goodrich Funeral Home of Durand. First free throw is good. And Alcivia Co-op, your certified Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster distributor, is Alcivia Co-op. Both free throws are good by... Oh, they're going to say no shot on the free throw, of lane violation, I guess. So 28-26 now. Colfax still leads. And so inbounded now to Hovde. Hovde hands it back off to Nichols. And stolen. Stolen by Weber. Weber puts up a tough shot, count it, and the foul. Foul will be on Nichols. And coming up, we have our Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency and Security Financial Bank halftime show coming up. All right, going for the three-point play is Weber, tied at 28. Minute 55 remaining, and it's good, and Weber makes the three-point play. So it's 29-28 now, Panthers. And inbounded now to Charbonneau, who's back in. Charbonneau now to Fisher. He'll get across the timeline on the far side. Fisher now over to Polkowski. He tries to drive into the lane from the free throw line, off the back of the glass, no good. And it's going to be out of bounds as Schwartz trying to save it. Panther ball. So inbounded now to Olmsted. 29-28 Panthers. Olmsted across the timeline to Brydung. Brydung now to Wittig. Wittig back at center to Olmsted from the left wing. 3 ball on the way short. And Brydung, or check that, Weisenbeck saves it out to Wittig. Wittig now kicks it back to Brydung. Brydung left wing, 3 ball on the way. Shot no good, rebounded by Olmsted. Olmsted now on the right wing. Cross court pass to Brydung. Brydung tries to drive inside, loses the ball. It gets knocked out of his hands. Coming up with it is Schwartz. Gets it over to Hovde, and back the other way we go. 1 point Panther lead, minute remaining in the half. And ball nearly stolen inside to Schwartz. Schwartz into the lane, puts up a shot, partially blocked by Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck to Olmsted. Olmsted quickly back the other way now to Weber. Weber head fake off of his foot. Coming up with it is Hovde by himself and puts it up and in. And so now it's 30-29 Colfax, and Olmsted now brings it across the timeline. 30 seconds remaining in the half. Over to Wittig. Wittig now to Weber. Weber drives into the lane. Has the ball knocked out of his hands, but Brydung comes up with it. Wittig now with it. Over to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck to Olmsted. Cross-court pass to Weber. Weber back at center. They want to let the clock run down and go for the last shot. And Weber now back to Weisenbeck, top of the key. 3 ball on the way, off the back of the rim. No good. And we get the long shot. We're at halftime with Colfax leading 30-29. It's Durand-Arkansaw boys basketball on WRDN. WRDN.
Time for the SFB Security Financial Bank and the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency Halftime Show. Brought to you by Security Financial Bank. Secure your future at Security Financial Bank, Durand, River Falls, Eau Claire, Ladysmith, Bloomer, and Black River Falls. And by the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, your independent insurance agent, downtown Durand.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Your Auto Owners agent serving the Durand area is Jerry Thompson Insurance, a division of Ansay and Associates.
ABC News, I'm Richard Cantu. President Trump is in Los Angeles to survey wildfire devastation. Governor Gavin Newsom greeting the president.
We're going to get it fixed, so we'll get it permanently fixed.
For being here. It means a great deal to all of us, not just the folks in Palisades, the folks in Altadena that were devastated. We're going to need your support.
We're going to get it fixed, so we'll get it permanently fixed, so it can't happen again.
Earlier, the president surveyed Hurricane Helene damage in North Carolina. The North Dakota Supreme Court ruled that the state's abortion ban will not be enforced, while the state appeals a lower court's ruling that the ban is unconstitutional. North Dakota currently has 0 abortion providers, hasn't had one in over 2 years. Hamas announced it would release 4 female Israeli soldiers held hostage the last 15 months, part of an exchange for 200 Palestinian prisoners or detainees, including 120 militants serving life sentences after being convicted of deadly attacks. This is ABC News.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
Attention all egg producers. It's the 2025 Chippewa Valley Egg Conference Thursday, February 20th from 9 to 3:30 at Florian Gardens, Eau Claire. This full-day event presented by Security Financial Bank features a keynote address by ag strategist Doug Johnson, breakout sessions on tax planning, dairy market updates, and more, plus a panel discussion on modern ag challenges and opportunities. Registration is $30 and includes lunch. Register by February 13th. Visit sfbank.com for registration information. SFB, member FDIC.
The Hockey Badgers open a 2-game weekend series against the Michigan Wolverines in Big Ten action at the Kohl Center tonight. I'm Bill Scott with sports. 2 teams tied for 4th place in the Big Ten. The Badgers have 6 of their final 10 on home ice. Coach Mike Hastings.
The page turns once you get to January, and you've got people looking towards, okay, there's a light at the end of the tunnel where it's getting shorter every week. We've got to try and make this place a difficult place to play, and this year, at times we've done that, and at times we haven't.
College basketball tonight. 10th-ranked Marquette plays host to Villanova in the Big East. 7 p.m. tip from Fiserv in the Horizon League. Milwaukee on the road at Northern Kentucky. Bucks are headed west where they'll face the L.A. Clippers tomorrow night. Milwaukee blew out Miami 125-96 last night. The NFL championship game set for Sunday. NFC title game between Philadelphia and Washington at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And Buffalo and Kansas City go at 5:30 Sunday night. Bill Scott, Wisconsin Radio Network.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an Auto Owners Insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Your hometown auto owner's insurance agents working for you. The Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, downtown Durand.
Kane returns at The Rock. I'm Susie Armstrong. The story next on NASCAR Today. The Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR. The green flag flies on the 2025 NASCAR season with the Clash at Bowman Gray Stadium, February 2nd.
Drivers, start your engine!
The NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR Xfinity Series, and the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Catch all the action on the voice of NASCAR for over 55 years, the Motor Racing Network.
While the final checkered flag is flown on the 2024 NASCAR season, the season never ends on NASCAR Live Wide Open. This offseason, we will rank MRN's top 10 races of 2024.
He goes below the double yellow line. Checkered flag is out. Harrison Burton gets to the line by half a car length.
Checkered flag is in the air. Cookout Southern 500 win is going to go to Chase Briscoe.
Will your favorite race of the year make the cut? Download new episodes of NASCAR Live Wide Open every Thursday to find out.
Off turn number 4, final time. NASCAR returns to the Rock. Casey Kane is going to victory lane.
That was Casey Kane during his last outing at Rockingham Speedway, where he claimed the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series victory in 2012. As the NASCAR Xfinity Series makes its return to the Rock on Saturday, April 19th, so will the Enumclaw Washington native to pilot a third entry for Richard Childress Racing, the number 33 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet. During his 15 years in the Cup Series, Kane collected 18 wins, including 3 Coca-Cola 600s and a Brickyard 400. In 2023, Kane was named one of NASCAR's 75 greatest drivers. I'm Susie Armstrong. This is NASCAR Today on the Motor Racing Network.
At Security Financial Bank, we understand what it takes to grow what matters. We know success doesn't happen overnight. It takes honest work, day in and day out. We value trust, leadership, and service. We are SFB. Bankers who believe in your farm, your family, your future. Bankers who believe in you. Learn more at sfbank.com. Member FDIC.
For the latest news and issues affecting agriculture, join me, Chip Flory, with AgriTalk weekdays at 1 on Real Country, 1430 WRDN.
Welcome back to Durand-Arkansaw High School. 30-29, Colfax leads here at halftime. Earlier tonight from the JV game, Durand-Arkansaw won that game 31-27. For Colfax, Polkowski leading the way with, I have him with 3, 6, 9, 12 so far in the first half. And for the Panthers, looks like Luke Weber is leading scorer with 11 as well. We have second half action coming up next. You're listening to Durand-Arkansaw Boys High School Basketball on Real Country 1430 WRDN, Durand, Mondovi, Wabasha, and 107.3 FM translator W297CH Durand.
The real deals come from Durand Fresh Market, and they can be found online. Download the Fresh Market Rewards app and sign up to have weekly deal alerts sent right to your phone. Find digital coupons and specials and earn reward points every time you shop at Durand Fresh Market. It's easy to use the app. Just add coupons and scan the app at the checkout. It's that easy. Visit the website at shopfreshmarkets.com for the latest weekly ad, extra national coupons, or to make product suggestions. Your hometown grocery store is Durand Fresh Market, downtown Durand, and online at shopfreshmarkets.com.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer Built Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer Built on service.
Turn your smartphone into a radio. Download the free Android app at realcountry1430.com. Brought to you by Prime Realty of Durand.
Welcome back to Durand-Arkansaw High School as we get ready for the second half. Colfax leading by a score of 30-29. All right. Boy, once Colfax put in, they had both Polkowski and Schwartz in at the same time. It was like, wow. It got really tough in the paint for the Panthers. We'll see what happens here in the second half as they try to adjust for that. Now, they're not going to start with Polkowski and Schwartz in at the same time. They're going to go with their regular starting lineups, starting five. And Wittig on the far side will get ready to inbound it for the Panthers. Panthers will be going from left to right, Colfax right to left in this second half, and we are underway as Olmsted comes across the timeline now. Over to Weber. Weber now to Anderson. Anderson right wing. Anderson now to Weber. Weber top of the key. 3-ball on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Wittig. Wittig over to Bates. Bates from the free throw line. Rims out, no good. Polkowski with the rebound. Over to Hovde now. And Hovde across the timeline for Colfax. Still back at center now. Haven't really set something up yet. Fisher to Hovde. Hovde now comes down to the top of the key. Works off the screen. Stolen by Weber. Weber to Anderson. Anderson back to Weber. Weber back the other way to Wittig. Wittig up and in. Panthers up by 1 now. And inbounded now to Nichols. Nichols back to Hovde. Here comes the trap. He gets across the timeline for Colfax. And now over to Polkowski. Inside to Charbonneau on the left baseline. Kicks it over to Fisher. Fisher up and in. Back and forth we go. Now Colfax up by 1. Over to Bates. Bates top of the key now. Hands it off to Weber. Weber comes in from the left wing. Back to Bates. Bates now cross-court pass to Olmsted. Olmsted right wing. Works off the screen from the free throw line. Puts up the shot. Durano. Panthers now back up by 1. And over to Nichols. Nichols now to Charbonneau. Charbonneau across the timeline. Drives into the lane. Puts up a shot around Bates. Circus shot up and in. Wow. And across the timeline now to Weber. Weber now from the free throw line. Jump shot. Off the glass and in. Wow. And back and forth we go. Panthers now up by 1. 35-34. And across the timeline to Charbonneau. Into the lane, kicks it back out to the top of the key now. That is Nichols. Nichols has the ball stolen. Stolen by Weber. Weber back the other way. Weber has the ball knocked out of his hands. And they're going to call that a shooting foul. Foul is going to be on Fisher. And, yep, going on the line for 2 is Weber. Okay. And thank you to SFB Security Financial Bank, where electronic banking is easy. 212 West Prospect Street, Durand. Advent Health of Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. First free throw is good. Sundstrom & Company, your local tax experts. Call them now. It's tax time. 672-4425 to schedule that appointment. And Charles LP Gas and Appliance, downtown Durand, offering a full line of Whirlpool appliances along with installation and service. They also work on other appliances, too. That's Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance, downtown Durand. Both free throws good. Panthers up by 3, 37-34 across the timeline. Oh, it's going to be out of bounds. Can't hang on to it. Was Charbonneau. It goes out of bounds. It's Panther ball. So Anderson inbounds it to Olmsted. We're back underway. And Olmsted now across the timeline for the Panthers. Over to Wittig. Wittig now to Bates, top of the key, to Weber, right wing. Weber now tries to drive inside. Kicks it in the corner to Wittig. Wittig back out to Olmsted. Olmsted does not take a 3. He'll move up. 15-foot jump shot. No good. Rebounded by Fisher. Fisher to Hovde. And Hovde across the timeline now. Inside to Polkowski. Kicks it back out to the wing now to Fisher. Now to Hovde. Top of the key now is Polkowski. Pulls up the dribble now. Gets it over the wing to Fisher. Fisher will try to drive in from the left wing. Kicks it to the right wing. Wide open 3-ball. Rims out. No good. Rebounded by Bates. Bates to Weber. Weber back the other way for the Panthers. Up by 3. Left wing. 3-ball. Short. No good. And Olmsted comes up with it. And he does a little razzle-dazzle dribble. Puts up the shot. Hard off the glass. No good. Whistle and a foul. And foul will be on Charbonneau. And so going to the line for 2 is Olmsted. Thank you to Prime Realty of Durand. Visit their website at primerealitymidwest.com. Prime Realty, they are the area's #1 home seller. First free throw is good. Adams Super Service, your Partners Network Car Care Center with complete auto service downtown Durand. And NTech, connections that matter, your premier communications and entertainment provider. Durand, free throw on the way, good. Both of them by Olmsted. He has 6 on the night. 39-34 Panthers. And now over to Nichols. Ball is kicked by Wittig out of bounds. It'll stay Colfax ball. Fisher now to inbound it to our right. He inbounds it to Hovde. Back to Fisher. Fisher to Hovde. And Hovde across the timeline. Hovde on the far side keeps going. Down to the wing now. Now he's into the right corner. Kicks it back out to the wing to Fisher. Back to Hovde. Hovde in the corner. Comes out to the right wing. Treats back out towards center. Bounce pass now over to Nichols. Nichols on the wing to Polkowski. Polkowski to Fisher. Fisher tries to drive inside. Can't do it. Now Polkowski tries to drive inside. He can't do it. Into the left corner to Hovde. Back out top of the key. Polkowski 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Bates. Bates now over to Olmsted. Olmsted now to Wittig. Wittig back to Bates. Bates to Weber. Weber on the left wing now to Anderson. Staying on the outside here. Wittig left wing. Wittig to Anderson. Anderson top of the key. Tries to drive in. Can't do it. Now over to Olmsted. Olmsted from the free throw line out. Kicks it to the corner. They go back outside once again. Now Weber. Weber to his right. Drives inside. Kicks it back out to Anderson. Anderson to Wittig. Wittig left wing. Over to Olmsted. Olmsted head fakes the 3. Olmsted goes around the screen set by Bates. Whistle foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Foul will be on Hovde. Thank you to Endless Summer Fitness and Tanning with around-the-clock fitness and tanning access, Durand. The Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, a division of Ansay and Associates, hometown agents representing you, not individual insurance companies. First free throw, no good. Jerry Bear & Sons with dog and pet food from Nutrisource and Diamond, located by Annabis Silo, Highway 25, Durand. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, tell them thank you for supporting our broadcast. Without their help, we wouldn't be here tonight. So please thank our sponsors. 40-34, Panthers lead. Inbounded to Charbonneau now. Not across the timeline. Full court Panther press back to Hovde. Hovde now across the timeline. Hovde now comes down towards the top of the key. Tries to work off the screen. Kicks it out to the right wing to Charbonneau. Charbonneau now. Bounce pass inside to Polkowski. Stolen by Anderson. Anderson back to Olmsted. Olmsted back the other way now. Keeps it himself. Lays it up. Lays it. No good. And now back the other way comes Colfax with Hovde. Pass is going to be knocked out of bounds by Olmsted. And so it'll stay Colfax ball. Brydung coming in now for Anderson. 40-34, Panthers lead. Timeout, Colfax. 12:55 remaining in the game. Panthers up by 6, 40-34. Thank you to Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner, the Chenfit Smith Funeral Home serving the Mondovi area. Find out about pre-planning funeral services. Visit chenfit-smithfuneralhome.com. Bauer Built Tire, taking care of your automotive needs. Give them a call at 672-8300 or find them online at bauerbuilt.com. The Cottage, from floral arrangements to gifts for mom for Valentine's Day. Visit the Cottage, downtown Durand. And the JKO Auto Body Shop with the car restoration and collision repair. It's the JKO Auto Body Shop, Madison Street, Durand. All right, Panthers lead 40-34. We're going to see if after this timeout now, if Logan Schwartz will be coming in. He's the senior and playing with Polkowski, who's only a freshman. Yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot of him over the next few years. All right, so timeout almost done, and we are ready to go. Colfax will have the ball. Be in the corner, and inbounding it will be Nichols. So Nichols to inbound it. Inbounds it now to Fisher. Fisher back outside to Hovde to Nichols. Nichols on the left wing. Around the horn we go now to Charbonneau. Charbonneau on the right wing. Long cross-court pass now. 3-ball on the way from the left corner. Shot no good. Rebounded by Breidung. Breidung to Weber. Weber up the far side. Over to Bates. Bates. Travel. He overlaid it anyway. Well, he overlaid it anyway, so it's not. The only difference is there would have been a chance potentially for a Panther rebound. But Hovde now. Back the other way for Colfax. He'll come across the timeline. 40-34, Panthers lead. Now over to Fisher. Fisher to Nichols. Nichols back to Fisher on the left wing. He tries to drive inside, goes around Bates, puts up a circus shot, counted in the foul. Fouls on Bates. That's his third. Going to the line to complete the three-point play is Fisher. 12:21 remaining in the half, or in the game rather. And a free throw on the way is good. He completes the three-point play. So 40-37 now. Quickly back the other way to Weber. Weber's shot is blocked, but he gets the loose ball to Bates from the free throw line, and short, no good. Rebounded by Polkowski. Back to Hovde. Approaching the 12-minute mark. Panthers still up by 3. Hovde now back at center. Bounce pass inside to Polkowski. Does a spin move around Bates. Puts up the shot. No good. Bates with the rebound. And back to Olmsted. Olmsted across the timeline now for the Panthers. Around the horn we go now over to Weber. Weber inside to Olmsted. Olmsted, he'll go to the line for 2 as he's fouled. Foul will be on number 2. That's going to be Hovde, his third. Thank you to Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. Durand Fresh Market. Download the app for even more savings. Visit freshmarkets.com for more information. Free throw is good. Numbers are us, your daily money managers. 3rd Avenue West Durand. Give Rhonda a call at 672-8093. Find out how a daily money manager can help your family. Or visit Rhonda online at numbersareus.com. Second free throw is good. Bates comes out. Weisenbeck comes in. Panthers up by 5 again. 42-37. So, inbounded to Hovde now. Hovde, cross-court pass to Fisher. Back to Hovde on the far side. And he'll come across the timeline. Oh, Schwartz getting ready to come in. Over to Fisher now. Fisher over to Nichols in the left corner. Back to Nichols. Whistle and a foul. It's a foul away from the shot. Foul's going to be on Whittick, it looks like. Yep, coming in now is Schwartz as Charbonneau comes out. Oh, they got both the big guys in now. And inbounded now to Hovde. Hovde now over to Fisher. Fisher over to Schwartz. Schwartz left baseline, puts up a tough shot, partially blocked by Weisenbeck. Gets the ball over to Olmsted. Olmsted across the timeline now for the Panthers. Over to Breidung. Breidung now to Weber. Weber left corner. 3-ball on the way. Weber with the 3-ball. And now Hovde will get across the timeline on the far side. 45-37 Panthers. And Hovde manages to pass it over to Fisher on the right wing. Out to center to Polkowski. It comes down to the top of the key now. Over to Hovde. Hovde now back to Nichols. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Coming up with a loose ball is Whittick. Whittick to Olmsted. Olmsted to Weber. Weber to Breidung. Back to Weber. Loose ball. Breidung comes up with it. And it gets it back inside to Breidung. Up and in as he's coming down the lane. Holy cow. So, wow. As back the other way now comes Hovde. Hovde over to Fisher. Now a 3-ball on the way by Polkowski. Now he's done that a few times tonight from the top of the key. 47-40 Panthers. And now to Breidung. Breidung now to Whittick. Whittick back to Breidung. Top of the key. 3-ball on the way. Short, no good. Ball goes right to Polkowski. To Hovde on the far side. He'll come across the timeline now. Over to Polkowski. He tries to drive in on the left wing. Pushes his way in. Turnaround shot. And no good. Rebounded by Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck to Olmsted. To Weber on the bomb. He's got to let everybody catch up now. Breithaupt from the left wing. Bounce pass inside to Weisenbeck. Oh, knocked away. And coming up with it is Schwartz. Back to Hovde. 47-40, Panthers lead. 9:22 remaining. Over to Polkowski. Back to Hovde at center now. To Nichols. To Hovde. Hovde over to Nichols. Nichols on the right wing. Nichols now will drive in from the right wing. Stop, shot, off the glass, good. Inbounded now to Olmsted. 47-42 Panthers. And across the timeline to Breithaupt. Breithaupt now cross-court pass to Weber. Weber to Olmsted, top of the key. Back to Breithaupt, to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck tries to keep it himself into the lane. Stop, shot partially blocked. Schwartz blows that play up to Hovde now. Back the other way now to Nichols. Nichols right wing. Bounce pass inside to Schwartz. Puts up the shot off the glass. No good. Tip. Coming up with it is Wittig. Wittig to Olmsted. Olmsted quickly across the timeline. Turnaround jumper shot. Good. Oh, man. Parker Olmsted with a heck of a shot in the lane. 49-42 now, Panthers. Here comes the trap. Hovde now. Still not across the timeline. Gets it across the timeline to Nichols. Nichols drives into the lane. Dishes it off to Schwartz. Whistle, foul. Foul will be on Breithaupt. And it'll be his second. Schwartz to the line for two. Thank you to Durand Smokehouse. Hog sale going on now at Durand Smokehouse. Highway 85 Durand. Provisions Health, 3rd Avenue West Durand. Healthcare your way. Find out more at provisions.health. First free throw was good, 24/7, and West Wisconsin Telecom. Building smart fiber optic communities from the ground up. Find out more. Visit wwt.coop. 49-43 now, Panthers. And next free throw on the way is good. He makes them both. So 49-44 now, Panthers. Under 8 minutes remaining. As Olmsted now across the timeline to Bates. Bates now in the lane. Kicks it back out to Weber. Weber left wing. Weber back to Bates. Driving it on left on the post. Puts up a shot. No good. Rebounded by Schwartz. To Hovde back the other way. Now to Nichols, right wing. On the far side, Nichols now over to Fisher. Fisher has to come back out to the wing to Charbonneau. Charbonneau gets it inside to Polkowski. They kick it back out to the wing to Hovde. Hovde drives inside. Shot no good. Loose ball. Hovde comes up with it. Back over to Nichols. Nichols into the lane. Blocked by Bates. Loose ball. Still a loose ball, and coming up with it is Hovde. Hovde back towards center. Back to Charbonneau. Charbonneau on the right wing. Charbonneau now over to Fisher. Fisher bounce pass inside over to Schwartz. Schwartz, though, it's kicked out of bounds, I think, by Olmsted. And we'll try that again. And so inbounding it to our left will be Nichols. All right. And we're ready. Inbounding it is Nichols. Nichols kicks it back out to Fisher. Fisher from the free throw line puts up the shot, up and in. 49-46 now, Panthers. And across the timeline now comes Olmsted. Olmsted to Breithaupt. Breithaupt over to Sabelko, who's in. Sabelko now top of the key. Back over to Weber. Weber on the left side, on the far side. Weber works off a screen from Bates. Bounce pass inside to Breithaupt. Breithaupt waits. Shot. Foul. Foul will be on Schwartz. Breithaupt to the line for two. Thank you to Riverside Grill. Visit the Riverside Grill for daily specials. Don't forget about that Friday fish fry and that Sunday roasted chicken. I always like getting that, too, from Riverside Grill, downtown Durand. O'Galley Cheese Factory, cheese and meat trays for those get-togethers. Of course, championship weekend. If you're having a pre-championship weekend party, visit O'Galley Cheese Factory, Highway 25, Durand. First free throw was good. Next free throw on the way is good as well. Brydon makes them both. To make it 51-46 now, Panthers. 6:27 remaining in the game. Across the timeline now comes Hovde. Hovde now over to Nichols. Nichols on the wing to top of the key now. Back over to Nichols. Nichols left wing. Nichols now. Cross-court pass over to Hovde. Hovde right wing. Hovde now looking for a cutter. No one there to Charbonneau. Charbonneau's pass is going to be loose. And coming up with a loose ball is Weber. Weber lays it up and in. Weber has 20 now on the night. And across the timeline now comes Hovde. Panthers lead 53-46. And across the timeline now over to Charbonneau. Left wing. Bounce pass now over to Nelson to Charbonneau. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Brydon. Brydon now. We'll hand it off to Olmsted. Olmsted across the timeline for the Panthers. To Weber. Weber on the left wing. Weber now debates top of the key. Back to Weber. Over to Olmsted. Olmsted on the left baseline. Puts up the shot. Oh, wow. What a shot by Parker Olmsted. He has 13 on the night. Timeout. Colfax with 5:20 remaining in the game. 55-46 Panthers. And thank you to Martin Transport. Visit martin.com for the latest job opportunities. It's better in blue at Martin Transport. The Cell Block. Visit the Cell Block for their daily specials. Don't forget about the soup and salad bar as well, available at the Cell Block. Durand Improvement Group. Many hands make light work. Volunteer to help with community events. Visit durandimprovementgroup.org for more information. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts here on WRDN. Without their help, we wouldn't be here, so please thank them. Don't forget, if you ever miss one of our game broadcasts, you can watch a rebroadcast that on the Podbean app. On your smartphone, just you can download the Podbean app and do a search for WRDN. You'll find our video and audio podcasts. We're also on the Apple Podcast as well. And we also have those archived videos as well at our website at realcountry1430.com. Just go to the video page or the video tab. You'll find the archive tab, and you'll find our past games. Again, that's on the Podbean app. And thank you to the Wisconsin Soybean Marketing Board for sponsoring that. All right. Timeout is done. Colfax has the ball. Panthers have the lead, 55-46. 5:20 remaining in the game. Panthers will retreat into a 2-3 zone, it looks like. And it's going to be inbounded to Hovde. Yep, Panthers going to zone defense now. Over to the wing now to Nichols. Nichols back to Polkowski. To Nichols. Nichols now to Fisher. Fisher top of the key. Nichols now to Schwartz left baseline. They have to kick it back outside. Stolen by Weber. Weber back the other way, up and in. To make it 57-46 now, Panthers. And across the timeline now is Hovde. Hovde over to Nichols. Nichols left wing. Nichols now to Polkowski. Polkowski to Nichols. To Schwartz on the left baseline. He's trapped. He's gets it back over to Fisher. Fisher 3-ball. Rims out, no good. Schwartz with the rebound. Loose ball. And coming up with it is Anderson. Anderson. Pass is intercepted by Olmsted. Intercepted by Hovde. And back the other way now to Polkowski. Left wing 3-ball. Rims out, no good. Tip. Weber comes up with it. Weber quickly pushes it up court. Keeps it himself. Puts up a circus shot. No good. Olmsted with the putback. No good. Brydon with the rebound. Bounce pass out to Weber. 3-ball on the way. Off the glass and in. Holy cow. Luke Weber. Wow. With 25 on the night. We're up to 60-46 Panther lead now as over to Nichols. Nichols cross-court pass down to Fisher. Fisher 3-ball shot no good. Rebounded by Anderson. Anderson back to Olmsted. Olmsted's like, okay, we could slow this down a little bit. We do have the lead by 14 over to Anderson. Anderson to Weber. Weber's like, no way, I'm driving left baseline. Dishes it off the Bates, driving the lane. Rims out, no good. Loose ball. It's going to be off of Colfax. It stays Panther ball. And so Weber to inbound it to our left. Weber looking, and all the way out to Olmsted back at center. Olmsted now tries to work off the screen over to Breidung on the left wing to Bates. Back to Olmsted. Olmsted's pass intercepted, but he gets the loose ball. Keeps it himself now over to Weber. Weber right wing. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. And coming up with it is Hovde. Hovde bomb back the other way to Fisher. Fisher down to the right baseline. Kicks it back out to Hovde. Hovde to Fisher. Fisher right wing. Drives inside. Puts up the shot. Blocked by Breidung. Whistling a foul though. And Fisher goes to the line for 2. Thanks to the Paul Slusher Insurance Agency, your American Family Insurance Agency serving the Durand and Chippewa Falls area. American Family Insurance that fits your needs. Ryan's Sports Shop, ice fishing is here. Visit Ryan's Sports Shop for all of your ice fishing needs. First free throw is good. Durand-Napa, farmers visit Durand-Napa for custom hoses, bulk fluids, filters, tools, and the parts you need to keep that equipment running on the farm. Annabis Silo, your Husqvarna and Toro Lawn and Garden equipment dealer. Highway 25 Durand. They also have small engine repair now. Next free throw on the way. Rims out, no good. Rebounded by Olmsted. And so now Olmsted not across the timeline, but he does get across timeline to the top of the key. Olmsted now to Anderson. Anderson now to Breidung. Breidung to Weber. Weber drives inside, puts up a shot, whistling a foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Foul will be on Schwartz, his second. Thank you to Bauer Plumbing and Septic Service, offering plumbing and septic services for new construction or home repairs. Call Chris at 672-8224. Amplify Health by Gunderson Mondovi Clinic, part of Gunderson Tri-County Hospital and Clinics. First free throw is good. Again, please thank all of our sponsors as they make our broadcast possible here on WRDN. Next free throw, no good. Loose ball. Guys are falling all over the place as Colfax comes back up with it. That is Fisher, kicks it back out to Hovde. And a shot from the free throw line off back of the rim. No good. And rebounded by Bates. Across the timeline now is Olmsted. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Hovde. It'll stay Panther ball. Timeout. Timeout Durand-Arkansaw with 2:20 remaining. Panthers leading 61-47. Thank you to the Goodrich Funeral Home, serving the Durand area for 5 generations. Find out about pre-planning funeral services online at goodrichfh.com. Alcivia Co-op, your Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster distributor is Alcivia Co-op. SFB, where Security Financial Bank is easy. 212 West Prospect Street, Durand. Farmers, don't forget about the upcoming Security Financial Bank's Chippewa Valley Ag Conference in February. Visit FSB's website for more information. Advent Health at Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit adventhealth.com for more information. Again, please thank all of our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts. Well, Luke Weber's had a heck of a second half. I'm just going to say he's up to 26 here in this in the game so far, but he's just had some big shots, really helped the Panthers pull away here in this second half. And so 2:20 remaining. And Panthers do have the ball. And I'm sure Colfax, they only, next foul, and the Panthers get the bonus the rest of the way. But I'm sure a foul is going to be coming here pretty quickly as Colfax will try to extend the game. And so Weisenbeck to inbound it. Weisenbeck looking, and over to Olmsted now. Olmsted's ball knocked away. Loose ball, still a loose ball, and Colfax comes up with it without having to foul. Back the other way now is Fisher. Fisher loses the ball, and Olmsted comes back up with it. Back the other way we go. Olmsted, spin move, puts up a shot, whistling a foul. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul will be on Hovde, his 4th. So going to line for 2 is Olmsted. Our Bowerville Panther postgame show coming up. Hope to talk with Coach Radetsky, get some scores from our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard, and also preview our games for next week. First free throw is good. Olmsted has 14, by the way. Next free throw on the way. Rims out, no good. Rebounded by Polkowski. Over to Hovde now. Hovde across the timeline for the Vikings. And pass is going to be off of number 12, trying to save it Charbonneau. I think if he had let it go, It was off of Olmsted, but it'll be Panther ball. Minute 54 remaining, 62-47 Panthers. Full court press coming now by Colfax. And inbounded to Weber. Weber still not across the timeline. Here comes the trap. Does a whistle and a foul. Foul's going to be on Fisher. So going to the line for the 1-and-1 now will be Weber. Coming in now is Nichols for Charbonneau. Free throw on the way is good. Weber with 27 on the night. And Bates getting ready to come back in. And he makes them both. So Bates coming in for Anderson. And so now Colfax has the ball inbounded to Hovde. 64-47 Panthers. And across the timeline now. Over to Fisher. Fisher back to Hovde at center. Minute 39 remaining. And a loose ball, but Hovde comes back up with it. He's going to come down to the right wing. Has Olmsted in front of him. Pass inside, loose ball knocked away, and coming up with it is guess who? Weber. Weber bounced pass to Olmsted. Olmsted gets the shooter's roll. Didn't know if that one was going to rim out or not. Olmsted with 16. Quickly back the other way is Hovde. Intercepted by Bates. Bates to Olmsted. Olmsted across the timeline, and the reserves getting ready to come in for Colfax. As Olmsted now tries to drive inside, intercepted. Intercepted and back the other way now. That is Fisher. Fisher stops, shot no good, rebounded by Bates. Bates over to Weber. Weber keeps it himself. Circus shot, whistle and a foul. He'll go to the line for two. And now all the subs will be coming in for Colfax. And Durand will be doing the same thing. Going to the line for two is Weber. Again, our Bowerville Panther postgame show coming up. Weber, first free throw, no good. So we get all kinds of changes now as reserves coming in. I'm sure there'll be a replacement for Weber as well. Weber has 28 so far on the night. And free throw is good. Make it 29. So Weber comes out. Heck of a night now for the Panthers. And so now Colfax has it. 50 seconds remaining. And that is Larson. Larson hands it off to Edwards. Around the horn we go now. Inside to Elwood. Elwood puts up a shot up and in. Inbounded to Sabelko. 35 seconds remaining. And Sabelko across the timeline now. Over to Hegnes. Hegnes top of the key now to Berger. Berger passes it off, and now that is Hegnes. Kicks it back out now to Sabelko. Sabelko puts up a shot, rims out, no good. Rebounded by Larson. Over to Ensimer. Across the timeline we go for Colfax. 9 seconds remaining. Over to Larson. Again, Panthers going to win this game tonight. 67-49. And so Panthers win it 67-49. Coming up, our Bowerville Panther postgame show being brought to you by Bowerville Tire and Service, Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire. It's Durand-Arkansaw boys basketball on WRDN. Welcome back to Durand-Arkansaw High School, where tonight the Panthers win at 67-49. Let's run down scoring tonight for the Panthers. Parker tonight the Panthers win at 67. Billy Weisenbeck had 2. Luke Weber leading the way with 29 for the Panthers. Parker Connor Wittig had 16. Dane Bates 5. Billy Weisenbeck had 2. Luke Weber leading the way with 29. Panthers now are 5-1. Connor Wittig had 6. Dane Bates 5. And Brett Brydon had 9 with the win for Panthers. Now are 5-1. Hufty had 2. Fisher had 10. Nichols and Charbonneau had Colfax. 2 each. Hovde had 15. Fisher had he's a freshman, 10. By the way, a 6'5" freshman. Charbonneau had 2 each. We're going to be seeing this young man for the next 4 years, just saying. He's a freshman, by the way. Also, Elwood had 2, and Schwartz had 11. We're going to be seeing this young man Colfax for the next 4 years, drops to 3 and 3 in the conference. Elwood had 2, and Schwartz had 11. Well, in the second half, the Panthers, I guess, had an answer for when the 2 big guys came out for Colfax overall. Well, in the second half, shots were going down, I guess, and Luke Weber just kind of lit it. The 2 big guys came out for Colfax, and so that really was the big difference in that second half, as the Panthers were able to pull away and win tonight by a score of 67. So that really was the big difference in that second half. Coming up, we'll see if we can get some scores from our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Hope to talk with Coach Radetzky as well. Coming up, and also we'll preview our games for next week as well. That's all coming up on the Power Bill Panther postgame show. Coach Radetzky being brought to you by Power Bill Tire and Service, Durand and Mull-Drive-O Claridge, Durand-Arkansaw boys basketball on the WRDN show. Being brought to you by Bowerville Tire and Service, Durand and Mull-Drive-O Claridge, Durand-Arkansaw boys basketball on WRDN.
Farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer Built, built on service.
Welcome back to Durand-Arkansaw High School, where tonight the Panthers win it by a score of 67-49. And let's see if we can see if there are some scores here coming up on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. As teams also starting to come back out, and we might be able to have a chance to talk with Coach Radetzky as well, as the boys now coming back out of the locker room to meet with everybody. Some of the games on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard tonight, Ellsworth at St. Croix Central, Osceola at Prescott, Colfax again here at Durand-Arkansaw. Also Elk Mound at Mondovi. Elmwood Plum City at Glenwood City as well. River Falls at Menominee. Boyceville at Spring Valley tonight. And here comes Coach as well. So we're going to have a chance to talk with Coach here as he comes over. And so Coach Radetzky joins us. And Coach, well, that first half, this is a tale of two halves, I guess, at least I see it. First half, all right, we kind of get out to the nice lead. Colfax then brings in their 2 big guys, and everything dries up in the lane, and Colfax battles their way back to take the lead. But in the second half, they did the same thing. And the difference was Luke Weber lit it up.
Yeah, I thought, first half, Max and Dane kind of got foul trouble, and then so they were out quite a bit in the first half, which kind of, hurt us a little bit for our size. And they got things going, and they found the high-low a few times. A couple guys got hot from outside. I think as the game wore on, and our pressure defensively, we got stops that led out to transition buckets, and Luke was a beneficiary a lot on some transition stuff. And then you start seeing a shot go in here and there on the layups, and now confidence, a few free throws go in, and now he's hitting from the outside, a bank shot in there too. But hey, when you're feeling it, they're going in. So he got himself going, and it was just what we needed for the second half.
Well, he ends up with 29, and we talked about the patience. Well, you know what, Luke? if you're banking them in, let them fly.
Right. But they did a good job finding some other guys throughout. I thought we had some other good looks that didn't fall for us, but still got good looks. And that was first half. We had wide open threes that just didn't fall with some of our good shooters, and you'll have those times happen. We just kept saying, stick with it. You're getting good looks, and the second half will open up. A lot of it we got some stops, got rebounds, and we were able to run out on some of that.
It was tough in the paint tonight when Polkowski and Schwartz were in there, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're athletic guys blocking shots, and if you think you got one over your guy, then all of a sudden they come out of nowhere and block you, and they're good around the bucket, and got some athletic kids.
Oh, and by the way, Polkowski, he's pretty darn good shooting threes for a big guy. And he's only a freshman. I got some bad news for you. You're seeing this young man the next 3 years.
Trust me, we've talked about it too. I kind of joked to the guys because he dunked on us here as an 8th grader, and I kind of joked to the guys before the game. I go, well, there's a guy on their team who has the only dunk out of all of us, so let's be ready to play because we know that they're going to be good, athletic, physical. They're just doing a great job. Nick Height in his first year, they're just playing with a lot of heart and determination. So it's a good matchup, fun game. Glad we got things rolling in the second half, though.
And he did get a dunk on you.
Oh, yeah, and he should have probably had 2 because that other one just slipped out of his hands. But
no, you kind of, that second one, though, a case could be made that was goaltending, couldn't it?
Well, they say, I asked the rep in some transit, I asked him, and he said, well, you can still let him grab if you feel he's protecting himself from falling hard, and that's what I guess they decided. Because I go, technically, the ball didn't hit the rim at all. He missed it and grabbed the rim, but they say if he's protecting himself, it's okay.
All right. Well, again, nice win tonight, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thank you.
Durand-Arkansaw head coach Justin Radetsky again as the Panthers win tonight 67-49 as we get ready as well for next week. We do have our schedule for next week. Let's run down that as well here coming up. And we'll have games on Tuesday with the boys at Stanley Boyd. Now, the girls are playing at home, and so when there's a home game, I normally will go on, take the road game, because it's a little bit harder for folks to get to the road game, so that's kind of why I do that. So we'll be doing on Tuesday the boys at Stanley Boyd. Then on Thursday we have the boys taking on Elk Mound, and we'll have that game for you. And then on Friday it's the girls taking on Glenwood City. So it's Stanley Boyd, Elk Mound, and Glenwood City, our next 3 games next week coming up here on WRDN. Again, our final score tonight, Durand-Arkansaw wins it over Colfax 67-49, and in the JV game, Durand-Arkansaw wins it 31-27. You've been listening to Durand-Arkansaw Boys High School Basketball here on WRDN. I'm Brian Winnekins. Have a great evening.